in Tibetan traditions, consider very, very, very auspicious to have a prayer room especially set out. So this room was an extension, correct? It wasn't like this. She extended it actually. So this is actually an extension. So what happens is that it's considered very auspicious to have a prayer room for you and your family to do offerings. So this is what this is. This is a Vajrayogini chapel. And like in Kathmandu, we went to the chapels that belong to 4 different families. So I thought to myself, why not come to our first Vajrayogini chapel in the southern hemisphere, which is right here. So when we go to the chapels in Kathmandu, what's the difference if we go to those chapels or we come here? There's no difference at all. So I wanted to come here to pay homage to Vajrayogini, to make offerings to Vajrayogini, and for all of you to see and have audience with Vajrayogini. And this is the first Vajrayogini chapel, as I know, in this region, because I've not seen anywhere. I've not heard it. I've not seen it on the internet. So I think you guys should be very happy to see this beautiful chapel. And our lineage lamas are there. This is my root teacher on the right. This is my root master, Kyabje Songren Rinpoche. On the right is Kyabje Songren Rinpoche, my master. His master is on the left, Trijang Rinpoche. Trijang Rinpoche's master is Kyabje Palpongkar Rinpoche. So these are the lineage masters. In the future, to those who are ready, and I will say cooperative in a spiritual way, those who have been cooperative, those who are ready, who are cooperative. Because most things I get people to do is basically training for them. So if I tell them to do something and they do it, it's very good training for them. So people that I give training to, I ask them to do this and this and this, if I have to repeat myself many times, then it stunts their growth, it stunts their practice in the future. So what's the training? Not to train you how to eat, not to train you how to walk or sleep, but train your attitude, thinking, fortitude, to put up with difficulties, to accept problems, to accept obstacles, to accept. So the training that I give people is dependent on their own situation and mind. So I want you to get one practice, one yidam, and then in the future, in our retreat center, I would like to teach this practice very quietly, very secretly to a select group. Who I teach to will be how you act now, how you behave now. How you behave doesn't mean you give me gifts, you come and tell me nice things. No, how you behave now is how well you carry out your transformations. How well. That is what is dependent on. It's not a bargain here. I will not confer these initiations on anybody. You say other lamas do. I don't care what other lamas do. You see, let me make something very clear to all of you. I do not sell Dharma. I do not bribe with Dharma. You will never get one word of Dharma out of me for any other reason but for me to teach you Dharma. Simple as that. I'm very strict. Why am I very strict? Because my teachers are very strict. My guru, who I received the Vajrayogini initiation from, never let me look at her statue or picture or even let me own one till after I received her initiation. Some people say, oh, I don't want to see Rinpoche because I'm scared. So I avoid Rinpoche because I'm scared. Actually, that's lying. That's lying. That I don't believe. Because when I was young, I was very scared of my Rinpoche. Very, very scared. But I would follow out. I was so scared that I followed out every single instruction he gave me. You see, if you're scared of your Lama, you follow his instructions. You don't run away from him. If you're really scared of your Lama, you will follow out all his instructions exactly. Why? That means you're really scared. You don't want to get him upset. That's what I did when I was a child. So after I was very lucky to receive the initiation, and I finally got to see the picture. For those who are well-behaved, meaning you control your mind and you transform. You stick to the center. You stick to your Lama. You stick to your lineage. You stick to your practice. You don't run here and there. For those people, I will arrange Vajrayogini practice. And I picked Vajrayogini for all of us for many reasons. She's quick. She's easy. She's very, very efficacious. She's extremely beneficial for people like us. And her meditation is relatively simple compared to other deities due to the simplicity of her body. Yet everything is complete. So everything is training. So in our center in the future, Tsem Kacha Ling. Tsem is Tsem Rinpoche's name. Kacha is Vajrayogini's paradise. Ling is the place of Vajrayogini's paradise. So in our retreat center in the future, I'm not going to have a lot of deities and a lot of practices, a lot of yidams. No. The main prayer hall would be Lama Tsongkhapa because it's general public. Then there'll be a chapel to dedicate it to Vajrayogini for her practice. And that's it. I'm not going to put in a lot of things. Confuse people? Definitely not. I'm going to have stupas that have like thousands, hundreds of thousands. I'm going to have many stupas that have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of images of Vajrayogini inside. I will do that again and again and again and again. So what I want to see in Malaysia and I want to see in the southern region is many Vajrayogini chapels. Your chapel doesn't have to be this big. It can be a corner in your room. But everyone should have a Vajrayogini statue. Everyone. I'm going to do a little bit opposite of my guru. Because my guru wouldn't let you even see her holy face and body until you receive the initiation. I'm going to do a little backwards because some of you, the time is short. So I need to implant the seed to you very soon. So everybody should have a Lama Tsongkhapa image. Everybody. Everybody should have a Vajrayogini image. And make offerings to Vajrayogini and Tsongkhapa and make a strong connection. It's very, very important. Why? Tsongkhapa for your preliminary practice. Vajrayogini for planting seeds for your ultimate practice. When we do Vajrayogini's 11 yogas, it will transform your life. It will transform your mind. It will transform your practice. So whatever department you're working in, whatever you are sponsoring, whatever you're helping, whatever you're volunteering, do it from your heart. Do it as training. Do it as practice. And if you're fortunate enough to work for Kichara Paradise, Kichara House, as a stipend employee, you should do double. You shouldn't think, oh, I'm supposed to work from this time to this time, that's it. No, you should work double. You should work triple. Why? Your work is not work. It is Dharma practice. And if you have the fortune to be in a Dharma organization, do Dharma work, and not have to do work and then come do Dharma work, you're very fortunate. People have to do work and then come do Dharma work. Example, Julia have to work very hard and then come and do Dharma work. A lot of time is wasted already. So if you had the luck to work in Dharma work and you don't do it well, people have to chase you, you don't check over your work, you don't do it nicely, you don't do it well the first time, you're not doing Dharma work and you're not doing work. Why? You will never survive in the outside world with that kind of ethics. Never. And then if you can't do work well outside and you can't do work well inside, how? So this family, when I told them, buy this statue, put it in your house and make offerings, they never said no. They never said, oh, I cannot. I didn't have to convince them. When I said do it, they did it. Very, very simple. Is the people I say buy this, do this, set up this, or do this, they find it very difficult? That's the obstacle they receive in their own practice. Why? The difficulty they create is the difficulty is in their mind. Is their mind. So therefore, this is a sample of what Malaysians can do when we understand the importance of the Dharma. This is not a monk house. This is not a Rinpoche house. This is a husband and wife with kids, the end. Just like all of you. A chapel is not necessarily a whole room. A chapel can be a beautiful Vajrayogini altar set up in a corner somewhere in your house. It doesn't have to be a whole room. So let's say you're a student and you're young, you don't have much money. A Vajrayogini chapel right now can be a small tata of her, set up with beautiful offerings that turn into a statue, that turn into a bigger one, that turn into a room. Whatever you can do. Everyone must have a Vajrayogini. Everyone. I 100% recommend it for you to completely make offerings to. Completely. Everyone. So Vajrayogini doesn't take care of your marriage. Vajrayogini doesn't bring you money. Vajrayogini doesn't heal your diseases like medicine Buddha. Vajrayogini is not like Zambala, bring you money. Vajrayogini is not like Tara, bring harmony. Vajrayogini doesn't protect you from spirits like etc. Vajrayogini doesn't. So why should you have it? Because Vajrayogini gives you the highest of the high. That when you pass away, you will be able to control your death. And you will be able to take rebirth at will. When you practice Vajrayogini's teachings, you will receive the highest of all powers to be able to control your death and where you go. The second is next level down is when you do Vajrayogini's practice completely, 100%. If you're not able to control your death, when you die, Vajrayogini will appear to you in the bardo, which means the in-between state, intermediate state, and she will guide you. The lowest practitioner, when you die due to Vajrayogini's practice, you will reincarnate in an area, in a district, in a place where Vajrayogini practitioners, her lineage and her initiations and her commentary is alive. Not fake practitioners. So the lowest practitioner will be born again in a place where Vajrayogini's practice is alive and working, and you will be able to continue for 7 lifetimes. For the medium practitioner, in your death, after you have died and you have left your body, you will see Bardo. Bardo is the intermediate 49 days. You will hear this sound. You will hear this sound simultaneously. In your intermediate state, you will hear this sound. Then when you hear male and female voices chanting the words of emptiness. And you will be enveloped in light. And you will see an entourage. You will see Mother Vajrayogini come down to you. She will hug you. She will kiss you. She will nurture you. She will treat you like a long-lost child. Outwardly, she's Vajrayogini. Inwardly, she's your mind. She will embrace you and hug you. And as she's embracing, hugging you, and kissing you, that's literally what it says. As she's embracing you, hugging you, and kissing you, you will feel yourself ascending, leaving to her paradise. What do you do in her paradise? It's not a Christian paradise. It's a paradise where you do Dharma practice intense without interruption to become a fully enlightened being. That's the medium practitioner. For the highest practitioner, those who keep their vows, their samayas are clean, they do her retreats, and they achieve her practice in this life. You will control your death at will. When you wish to die, you will die. When you wish to become healthy, you will become healthy. When you wish to be sick, you will be sick. When you wish to recover from your sickness, you will recover from your sickness. When you wish to not recover from your sickness, you will not recover. Why? Khedjasarmji was very old and very decrepit already, and his back was bent, and he was walking on a walking stick. He went to have audience with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And Dalai Lama stroked his beard and said, Song Lama, it's not time for you to die yet. You have a lot of work still left. You live long. I command you, live long. Everybody saw and gone in. After the audience with Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama's command to Khedjasarmji went into intense practice. And as the weeks went by, his back straightened up. His skin became smooth and taut. The walking stick he didn't need. By the time he came to America, he didn't use a walking stick anymore. He was vibrant, he was strong. He looked old, but not haggard. He looked old, but majestic. That was when Rinpoche was already in his 70s. You can see. Gen Nima Rinpoche, who lived behind me, also was walking on a walking stick, was decrepit, his back was bent. I saw with my own eyes. He lived right behind me. I see every day. I visit him. Decrepit like that. He had audience with Dalai Lama also, and Dalai Lama said to him, not many people are alive today who can show the power of Tantra. If you die, it would be such a waste from a lifetime of practice. Live long. Don't pass away. Live long. Show people the power of the practice of Tantra. So after he had audience with Dalai Lama, I saw, not we or they, I saw, because he lives behind me, every day Gen Nima Rinpoche would be walking. His back will become straighter and straighter. He's already 78, straighter and straighter. No more walking stick, quite firm already. These are people who have achieved Vajrayogini's practice. Why? They can return their youth. In Vajrayogini's practice, there's the blessing of the nectar is very important. Every Vajrayogini practitioner who are deep will have this kind of item in their room near them. They will use it every day. The way it's blessed according to the Vajrayogini Tantra, it becomes medicine. If they wish to become youthful and long life, they will use this in such a way, according to Vajrayogini Tantra, to prolong their life. This item in Vajrayogini's Tantra becomes that of nectar. That is for sure. Many people don't know all that because they don't practice, they don't study. So my point is what? Is Vajrayogini's practice is not like Tara that gives you harmony or fulfill your needs or free you from the 8 fears. Or it's not like Zambala's practice. You never go to Vajrayogini and say, please give me money. Or if you have spirits and hantus, you definitely go to Setrap. Or if people do black magic, you don't go to Vajrayogini. You go to Setrap immediately. Then if you want to increase your intelligence, you don't go to Vajrayogini, you go to Manjushri. For those with a lot of anger, they go to Avalokiteshvara. Or they go to Yamataka. And those who have a lot of, hatred and anger, and they can't control, no patience, they go to the 1,000-armed Avalokiteshvara. So if they have danger with their life, they have danger with their health, they go to Medicine Buddha, they go to White Tower, Amitayas. You never hear anybody goes to Vajrayogini. So you say, why is she so sacred? Why is she so secret? Because Vajrayogini confers on you the ultimate power. Control of all your rebirths. She doesn't give it to you. You practice it according to her tantra and achieve it yourself. So imagine having the power of when you wish to die. And if you don't have the power of when you wish to die, when you die, having the assurance that you'll take good rebirth. And if you don't have the assurance of where you can take rebirth, the lowest practitioner, you will definitely take good rebirth. Because you will receive signs during Vajrayogini's practice, very sensitive signs. I cannot talk about that at this time. Very sensitive signs. Therefore, to have a Vajrayogini statue at this time and make offerings of water, flowers, incense, fruit, mandala, pearls, jewels, sensory items, cakes, fruits, every day is very powerful for all of you. Why? Create the causes to receive her practice in the future. Once you receive Vajrayogini's practice, you don't need any other practice. If you run for any other practice after you receive it, it's not bad, but you waste your time. Because the 100 hours you spend 50 instead. Definitely not. Some more, those of you now who have not received Vajrayogini's practice, those of you who have not received, you should focus on Tsongkhapa, you should focus on Vajrayogini now to create the causes.